Hey everyone, my name's Kai, and today I'm going to be playing some Mountain Blade Warband. It's a game that is pretty popular. It's kind of been maybe a little bit overshadowed by the sequel Bannerlord that came out a year or two ago. I haven't played Bannerlord yet. There's still a lot of stuff I want to do in Warband and a lot of mods that I want to play through as well. So I'm pretty entertained still with this version. Um, So let's actually go ahead and create a character. So this being the first time I'm playing this on the channel, I'm gonna read all of this text through the creation and through the intro stuff. In the future I probably won't do that, but um, welcome, adventurer, to Mountain Blade Warband. Before beginning the game, you must create your character. Remember that in the traditional medieval society depicted in the game, war and politics are usually dominated by male members of the nobility. That does not, however, mean that you should not choose to play as a female character or one who is not of noble birth. Male nobles may have a somewhat easier start, but women and commoners can attain all of the same goals, and in fact may have a much more interesting, if more challenging, early game. My character's gender. I'll be playing as a male. You were born years ago, in a land far away. Your father was... I'll say that my father was a veteran warrior. As a child, your family scrabbled out a meager living from your father's wages as a guardsman to the local lord. It was not an easy existence, and you were too poor to get much of an education. You learned mainly how to defend yourself on the streets with or without a weapon in hand. You started to learn about the world almost as soon as you could walk and talk. You spent your early life as... Um, let's go with a shop assistant. As a boy growing out of childhood, you apprenticed to a wealthy merchant, picking up the trade over years of working shops and driving caravans. You soon became adept at the art of buying low, selling high, and leaving the customer thinking they'd got the better deal. Then, as a young adult, life changed as it always does. You became... I became a university student. The distinction felt sudden to you. Somewhere along the way you would become a man, and the whole world seemed to change around you. You found yourself as a student in the university of one of the great cities, where you studied theology, philosophy, and medicine. But not all your lessons were learned in the lecture halls. You may or may not have joined in with your fellows as they roamed the alleys in search of wine, women, and a good fight. However, you certainly were able to observe how a broken jaw is set, or how an angry townsman can be persuaded to set down his club and accept cash compensation for the destruction of his shop. But soon everything changed, and you decided to strike out on your own as an adventurer. What made you take this decision was... the loss of a loved one. Only you know exactly what caused you to give up your old life and become an adventurer. All you can say is that you couldn't bear to stay, not with the memories of those you loved so close and so painful. Perhaps your new life will let you forget, or honor the name that you can no longer bear to speak. Let's become an adventurer, and ride to our destiny. The game's saving policy, realistic. I forget to save if I don't play on realistic. Now enter your name and distribute your attributes, skill, and weapon points. You can click on various elements to learn how it will affect your character. Okay, so now we actually get to choose our stats and things. I didn't mention this at the beginning. I'll just be called Kai. I didn't mention this at the beginning, but I'm planning on playing a permadeath playthrough here. So my idea is if I fall in battle, it's over. I'm dead. So we'll see how long that lasts. Basically, the goal is going to be to retire comfortably and not become food for the carrion birds on the battlefield. We'll see if we can accomplish that. For our starting stats, let's take Charisma to 12 and Intelligence to 9. And I'll be leveling Strength at first, I think, so that we can maybe not die. It increases your HP and makes you better at, the fighting stuff. I'll take a point of Power Strike. Inventory management, definitely good. Maybe 1 point of prisoner management. Some more riding, perhaps. What else? What else? We still have 4 points. Let's bump up leadership to 4. And sure, I'll go with a little bit of persuasion as well. So for our skills, I'm not sure what gear we're going to start with. I'm thinking we might have a crossbow, so I'm going to level up crossbows for now. Yeah, we do have a crossbow. So yeah, let's try not to die. I don't really mind if I do die and the series gets cut short. I'm playing the native version of the game right now. If the series ends, I'll probably just start up with a different mod and maybe do the same idea if it ends up being fun. I'm just gonna move these sliders around a little bit. Try to make him look a little unique. He's got an interesting face. There we go. He's looks pretty sad. Yeah, he's not the most handsome guy in the world, but let's change that haircut. Maybe a ponytail. Yeah, that's me for sure. You hear about Calradia, a land torn between rival kingdoms battling each other for supremacy, a haven for knights and mercenaries, cutthroats and adventurers, all willing to risk their lives in pursuit of fortune, power, or glory. In this land, which holds great dangers and even greater opportunities, you believe you may leave your past behind and start a new life. You feel that finally you hold the key of your destiny in your hands, free to choose as you will, and that whatever course you take, great adventures will await you. Drawn by the stories you hear about Calradia and its kingdoms, you. So these are the starting cities you can choose. They all are associated with one of the kingdoms of the game. I will go to Praven in the kingdom of Swadia. You came by caravan through the heartland of Calradia. Green shoots of wheat, barley, and oats are beginning to push through the dark soil of the rolling hills, and on the lower slopes of the snow-capped mountains, herds of cattle and sheep are grazing on the spring grass. Occasionally, too, you catch sight of one of the great war horses that are the pride of the Swadian nobility. The land here is rich, but also troubled, as the occasional burnt-out farm bears witness. You keep a wide berth of the forests where desperate men have taken refuge, and it is some relief when you crest a ridge and catch sight of the great port of Praven, its rooftops made golden by the last rays of the setting sun. You are exhausted by the time you find the inn in Praven and fall asleep quickly. However, you awake before dawn and are eager to explore your surroundings. You venture out onto the streets, which are still deserted. All of a sudden, you hear a sound that stands the hairs of your neck on end, the rasp of a blade sliding from its scabbard. Oh no. Good thing I'm well equipped. I'm not going on a stroll without my weapons. There's a guy in rags with a bow, huh? I've killed the bandit. Merchant of Praven. Are you alright? Well, I guess you're alive at any rate. I'm not sure that we can say the same for the other fellow. That's one less thief to trouble our streets at night, although heaven knows he won't be the last. Anyway, maybe you can help me with something. Let's talk more inside. Out here, we don't know who's listening. The merchant takes you to his house. Once inside, he stands by the door for a while, checking the street, and then finally, convinced you have not been followed, comes near you to speak. Yes? Now, let me explain my proposition. We've always had brigands in the hills, driven to banditry by war, debt, or love of violence. Recently, however, they've been getting bolder, leaving their camps in the wild and venturing into town, looking for unwary prey. The watch commander tells us it's because of all the fighting on the frontiers, fewer men to keep an eye on the streets. But I'm not sure what to make of that. It seems to me that the most logical explanation is that these bandits have an ally inside the walls, who helps them enter unnoticed and helps them identify particularly tempting targets. Last week, you see, they took my brother. I don't know what my brother was thinking. A lad from a prominent house, out alone after dark in times like these. Well, I suppose you were too, but you're a stranger here, and didn't know how bad things have become. He had no such excuse, but he's family, so what can you do? If you don't protect your kin, then people will start thinking that you can't protect your investments either, and I can't have that. No doubt the gang will soon send word about a ransom, but I don't care to pay it. So here's my proposition. You look like you've had a bit of experience with a blade, and more importantly, you must have a bit of fire in your belly, or you wouldn't be coming to Calradia to seek your fortune. So here's what I'm asking you to do. Gather a small party, track down these bandits to their lair, teach them a lesson they won't forget, and get my brother back safe. In return, you'll earn my lasting gratitude and a bit of silver. What do you say? Sure. You won't be able to do this by yourself, though. If you try and take on the whole gang single-handedly, the hunter will become the hunted. You'll first want to round up a group of volunteers. There's always a few lads in the villages around here looking for a bit of work that's more interesting than tilling the soil or hauling water. They'll follow you if you pay. So take this purse of 100 dinars. Consider it an advance on your reward. Go round to the villages and use the money to hire some help. I'll reckon that you need at least 5 men to take on these bandits. Very good, sir. I'll go collect some men from around the villages. Good. You can find me again in the tavern here in Praven after you've got your group together. Then we'll speak about what we do next. Alright, there you have it. So we're in Praven. Here's the map. The kingdoms are color-coded, as you can see. Let's go to a village. You're now viewing the overland map. Left click and hold spacebar to wait. Well, I just ran into 9 looters, huh? It seems our life may be cut short. If they kill me, I'm dead. So let's see if we can make this happen. That guy looks so sad. I'm pretty happy with the face. Let's see. Yeah, this terrain isn't great for trying to maneuver with the horse, but where are these guys? There's maybe... Okay, yeah, there's not really any flat ground that I can move to. So I'll just have to try to make it work. Ouch. You know, Calradia is a dangerous place. I never should have come here. As you can see, the crossbow, it's good to have. Pardon me, sir. Are we running? I'm just one man. These guys are throwing rocks. Stop it once. I missed. Luckily, they're not um, super accurate with those rocks. And it seems we may just survive. Pardon me. Ah, keep your distance. Okay, I missed. Yeah, you better run. And is that all of them? I've killed 9 men. Nice. And let's steal their stuff. Oh, and we have a book that we can read. Actually, I don't think I'm smart enough to read this. Looks like that university education didn't pay off. I will take their stuff though. Some actual adventuring gear, one might say. Nice hat. I guess I'll grab everything. Even the stuff that hardly sells for anything. And I've leveled up. So we're going to pump strength so that we can get some good HP. If those guys were hitting me with those rocks, I would not have been doing so hot. So we're going to try to get our HP up. As far as skills, I guess I'll take another point in prisoner management. It's not super relevant right now, but it's something that I'll want to have eventually. Let's recruit some volunteers in the village. 7 Swadian recruits. Excellent. What's Asgad about? Unremarkable. Let's take a walk around. Here's the village elder. Hello, sir. Do you have anything I can help you with? They want me to teach them to fight. Because they're... Okay, let me actually read. We are suffering greatly at the hands of a group of bandits. They take our food and livestock and kill anyone who doesn't obey them immediately. Our men are angry that we cannot defend ourselves, but we are only simple farmers. However, with some help, I think that some of the people here could be more than that. We just need an experienced warrior to teach us how to fight. As much as I would love to, the issue is the bandits are going to attack, and I don't have an army to help defend the village. So it would just be me and my 7 recruits and a few farmers versus probably 30 bandits. I don't like our chances, so you know, I think it's in our best interest to not do that. Let's get out of here. So we got 7 men. Let's go ahead and talk to the merchant. In the tavern. Pretty lively tavern. Hello. Splendid work. You have hired enough men to take on the bandits. Now, travelers entering Praven have told us there is a small group of robbers lurking on the outside of town. I suspect they are all from the same band, the one that took my brother. Hunt them down and defeat them, and make them disclose the location of their lair. Okay. Got a mercenary horseman and a book merchant, and a wandering minstrel, and Matheld. What do you want? Merely to pass the time of day, ma'am, if you're not otherwise engaged. Ah, well, if you must know, I shall tell you. I'm from an old family in the northern lands, the daughter of a thane, and also wife to one. I fought by my husband's side, his partner both in war and in peace. But my husband died of the plague, when I was still childless. My husband had decreed that I should inherit his lands, in the absence of an heir. My brother-in-law, cursed be his name, said that it was not our custom that women would inherit a thanedom. That was nonsense, but his gold bought the loyalties of enough of my husband's faithless servants for him to install himself in my all. So I fled something I was raised never to do, and something I hope never to do again. When I have enough gold to raise an army, I shall go back and take what is mine. I can offer you opportunities to make money through good honest fighting and pillaging. Can you? I shall accept your offer. I shall be pleased to fight in your shield wall, but I warn you, if you ask me to gather the firewood or cook a meal, you will not like the consequences. No fear. Then I will fight your enemies for you, but first I want a bounty of 500 dinars. If you are a worthy captain who can lead his company to riches and plunder, you should have no trouble paying. I cannot afford to follow a pauper. Sorry, I can't afford that at the moment. Yeah, unlucky. Mathel's pretty cool. She's a companion I normally like to recruit. If you're not familiar with the game, there are basically heroes or companions that you can hire, and you can level them up and modify their equipment. Here's Praven. Hello, sir. Good day. What's the rumor? They say that Emir Amdar loves nothing more than war. Alright, alright. Who the heck is that, bro? Let's get out of here. So Matheld wouldn't join us. We're too broke. Let's go bully some robbers. What do you want? I've been looking for you. Tell me where you keep your prisoners and I'll let you go. Ah, those prisoners are only going free if you pay their ransom. Did you bring any silver? No, but I brought steel. Alright. 8 versus 4. I think we can make this happen. Let's just hold here. Actually, let's go ahead and move up here. They're going to be coming from over this ridge. How close are they? I guess we can meet them up on the other side. I'm not actually sure. My horse is super slow. I'm not sure if it's my riding skill or if it's the horse, or a mixture of both, which is most likely. Is he even throwing anything? Oh yeah. You got a little close there. Go ahead and charge everybody. Try to kill these guys. I can't hit a thing. One of my recruits got killed. Ah! They're hitting me. Pardon me, excuse me. One of my guys got a kill. Another one. Ow. Yeah, my sword's not as long as I would like. Ah! We got him. Battle 1. Alright. Excellent. Spare me, spare my life. Let me go and I'll go far away from here and learn an honest trade and you'll never hear of me again. I'll spare your life, but in exchange I want information. Either you or your mates kidnapped the brother of a prominent merchant in town. Tell me where you're hiding him and give me your word that you'll stop troubling the people of these parts. And you can go free. Oh, bless you, sir, bless you. We've done the lad no harm. We've been keeping him in our hideout near Gisim. I'll describe the area nearby in detail so there's no mistaking it. Thanks. Get some more stuff to sell off at Praven. And there's King Harlaw himself. Very, very cool. I'm gonna head into town and sell this stuff off. This is the trade screen. Yeah, I don't know why I had an issue with reading that. Falchion is shorter than my sword, and my sword's already a little bit short for my liking, so I'm just gonna sell it. As well as all of this stuff I picked up. Receive 60 dinars. Not the best haul, but it's something, I guess. Let's talk to the king. Let's boldly approach him. Do I know you? My name is Kai. At your service, sir. I'm King Harlaw, the ruler of the kingdom of Swadia and the lord of Praven and Elberl. You may be of common birth, but know that I am always looking for good men to fight for me if they can prove themselves to be worthy of my trust. What is it? You got anything for me to do? You probably know I'm the lord of the town of Praven. However, it has been months since Praven has delivered the taxes and rents due me as its rightful lord. Apparently the populace there has grown unruly lately, and I need someone to go there and remind them of their obligations, and to persuade them if they won't listen. If you go there and raise the taxes they owe me, I will grant you 1/5 of everything you collect. A fair offer, my lord. We have an agreement. Welcome news, Kai. I will entrust this matter to you. Remember, those townsmen are foxy beasts. They will make every excuse not to pay me my rightful incomes. Do not let them fool you. Alright, so we are now employed as a tax collector for the king. I'd say we're moving up in the world pretty rapidly. So where is this bandit hideout? Up here to the north near Gisim. So I think I'm going to call the episode here for now. Next time we are going to go take the bandits out and collect some taxes from the fine folk of Praven. Hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one.